Well, if you haven't heard yet, our 2016 Invicta cruise was one of the biggest successes this network, Evine, has ever experienced. And we are gearing up for our 2018 cruise. It is all ready to go. Just join us at invictacruise.com. And if you attended our February cruise, please book your rooms instantly if you can. By the way, we will be announcing that at least 6 of our jewelry friends, our jewelry vendors and designers will be joining us. So these cabins are going to book up quick, Brian.
And let me tell you, if you were on last cruise, it was an absolutely amazing time. And I hope you booked here for the next cruise. Tell your friends about this upcoming cruise in February. The last cruise was simply awesome. My boss knows how to throw a party. But let me tell you, this cruise is going to be even better.
You'll get to meet the hosts, the guests, CEO A.L. Lallo of Invicta Watch Group. So here's what you do. You go to invictacruise.com. You'll get all of the fun details. You'll get to watch the videos. You can share the link with your friends and your relatives, and you can purchase your cabins now for the best selections. Again, invictacruise.com is where you want to go to book your room. So let's talk about some of the highlights for those people that were not with us last year.
Well, some of the highlights included the Port of Nassau. At the Port of Nassau, you got to go along the shore there. You got to do some of the local shopping and some of the excursions that were actually off the ship there. So there's a lot of things to do on the ship, but then it's fun to be able to jump off the ship and just really take in the local scenery.
By the way, we do live broadcasts, and now that we have 6 jewelry vendors joining us, there will be live broadcasts almost all day and all night. And in fact, we even incorporated so many of our guests in our broadcasts.
Yes, you get to see the show. You can come up and watch us just from a distance, and sometimes we'll just pull you up on set, and you get to be a part of the show, which is really exciting.
Our customers also get the first peeks. They can shop on board of all of the great watches that will be presented.
And we had expos of the brand new watches coming up, so our cruisers got to get firsthand look at it. And then we had we had a collector's expo also, in which you got to bring on some of your collection, your entire collection, and we'd come around, we'd sign the dive cases, we'd take photos of your watches. It was so much fun to be able to see your personal collections you've acquired through us.
And we had a giant party the very last night of the cruise. This next year, we're going to be partying every single night, day and night. So if you have ideas for themes, I loved the ideas that we got earlier
keep them
today.
Coming.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you'd like to meet A.L. Lallo, he was present every single day on every single deck of that ship, wasn't he?
Yes, he was out and about meeting with customers, signing cases, looking at collections from everybody out there. I mean, he was involved the whole time. I mean, it was even fun. We were throwing dive cases in the pools and stuff. He was throwing them out from the top balcony. I mean, it's so amazing to be with 2,500 other people who have the same passion that you do.
Everything you're going to see in terms of activities are really going to be included in our cruise. So all you need to do is this: to learn about the cruise activities, to get all of the cruise information, and to book your cruise, invictacruise.com is where you go. When you go to invictacruise.com, you will pick your style of cabin, and today take advantage of our limited time savings. All right? Check out the prices of these cabins. Book your cabin today. They start at $89 per person. I know it's crazy for the inside cabin. And you have a choice of 4 cabin styles. We have 4 styles of cabins, from insides to suites, that are fully described on the website for you. And you can spread your purchase into 3 payments. So when you book your cabin, it's $100 deposit. That's it, just $100 per person. Your second payment of $100 isn't until September 15th. And your final payment for the full amount due is not until January the 15th. And Ryan, virtually everything except for the booze is included, right?
Right. We're talking about the food. There are multiple places all around the ship that you can get food at, 24 hours even. There are a couple different places. So there's just a multitude of activities that you can be involved in here. That's all included in that price.
Now, if you want to book your cabin first and get those additional savings, again, go to invictacruise.com, and we hope to see you there.
Good Sunday evening, everybody. Welcome in. I love doing these YouTube shows,
Live
Jay-Z.
YouTube shows.
This is all about Invicta. This is all about our #1 watch brand at Evine, but it's really dedicated to you guys so we can interact with you. You can make comments on the YouTube video. And this particular episode, it's about 45 minutes. We're going to feature 10 uniquely different timepieces, anywhere from $49 on up. We have automatics, we have quartz, we have Swiss made even in this show. And every single last one of these pieces is a customer favorite. That means it's been reviewed and rated top 4 to 5 star rating by you.
You know what I'm seeing too is I just logged in to the comment section and just said, hey everybody, I'm here. Everybody's saying hi. People already booked on the cruise as well at invictacruise.com. So if you have any questions, just ask us on the chat function here, and we'll try to get to as many questions as possible. It's extremely fun.
I love that. We can interact with
Interactive.
everybody. Well, the watch you're looking at right now is the Invicta Lupa Peace and Love watch with the 7-piece strap set. Genuine leather straps. You choose either the baby size on the left or the grand on the right. The big deal with the Peace and Love is it was designed to give back to the race to erase MS, multiple sclerosis. So know that with every purchase, you're going to support the cause. You have a choice between whether you want the pink heart in the center or the blue heart, and then the choice of the baby or the grand. We have a super bargain price, which is over 50% off, and $5 off additional orders there. So a great chance to stock up. Each purchase comes with 7 leather straps. And then, how about a fun character watch? This is a Popeye timepiece that debuted back in April. It's part of our character series, and it's a numbered limited edition. One reviewer said it's whimsical and fun, but it's no toy. It's Popeye all grown up. It's so cool. His arms are the hands. How fun is that? And it's an automatic with a 3-slot dive case. Then we are moving to maybe one of the most exclusive pieces of the show because it is Swiss made. That designation is harder and harder to come by. We'll talk about that. We'll dive into it. But also it is the 52mm Sea Monster that's an automatic movement as well, only $269. We're doing value pays too. So if you've not shopped with value pay on Evine, you can spread out the cost of the timepiece into 6 interest-free monthly payments in this case of only $44.90. One payment in tax and shipping gets at home. And with that timepiece, you can choose either blue or red. We're gonna start off with one of the most exotic pieces. It features abalone on the dial and also diamond accents for $128.07. So cool, with a 3-slot dive case. It's a customer favorite. You choose either the gold tone on the right or the silver tone on the left. Only $21 and change in tax and shipping on a value pay. Well, we're going to dive into it. My name is Fatima. I'm a host at Evine, the home shopping channel. Justin Zimmer, you represent Invicta. Tell us why we're doing these YouTube shows for everyone out there.
Well, we're doing this to kind of, extend our shows, and it's a lot more like interactive. That's what's fun, right? So you can ask us questions. So we're live right now on YouTube. We're getting some questions. We're going to try to get to as many of those as possible, but it's just extremely fun because we have this really connection with you as well. So I think that's what's great about these shows. And of course, we have some crazy timepieces as well. We're going to be debuting and kind of showing you, what's that? Also showing you some more like what's coming up later in the show too, like with the watch that I'm wearing. I've gotten a lot of questions on my social media page as well. The first question somebody was asking, I'm sorry, it's already gone down too far. How do you spell guilloche? And I think it's because they want to know kind of what that is. It's actually Guilloche. Guilloche. So if you want to Google that, you can look up that process as well.
Justin, you're a wealth of information. You're like Webster here.
Whoa.
I'm going to ask him next time.
Oh, and here's another question.
Check.
The Invicta Leviathan, when is that coming back? I showed a picture of that. It's coming back in mechanical automatic variation. That's going to be in the next month or so. So stay tuned. I know I showed a picture. It's going to be a little bit coming up, but that'll be in just a little bit. Now this watch, keep in mind, 38mm case size, very classic. Abalone dial, which is like the hottest thing that you're seeing right now. It's a natural organic material, basically the best when we're talking about a mother of pearl type dial. Also, diamond accents. So if you want to give that perfect gift, you don't have to look for the look of diamonds. Let's be honest. Everybody wants the real thing. You don't have to settle here. You have the diamond accents at the 12, the 6, and the 9 o'clock position, and it comes in a 3-slot dive case that is the glow-in-the-dark case. So this is insane for $128.
The glow-in-the-dark case is blowing my mind right now.
Isn't that cool?
How awesome. And then, get this. this is how it's packaged to you. So if it is a gift,
Yes.
if it's just something that you're collecting the different dive cases, because we don't do a lot of glow in the dark, this is a great way to get in on it. It's a 38 millimeter timepiece. It's an automatic movement. So that's one thing I would love to take a look at. So, you know, for anyone who's new, just joining us, welcome. First of all, we're glad you're watching. You're discovering the world of Invicta. What is an automatic movement?
So this means there's no batteries on the inside. This will power itself with the movement of your wrist. So you're still getting into the premium mechanical movement, which has gears and levers and springs, which is what everybody is looking for. It's just a newer, upgraded version with the rotor, making that an automatically winding mechanism. And this is the NH35A. That's a 24 joule. You can kind of see that on the rotor there, 24 joule mechanical automatic, which means there's 24 synthetic rubies placed strategically throughout the build to increase the accuracy and longevity of the movement.
My favorite Invicta is my automatic because you don't have to ever worry about the battery, so you can always set it to the right time. Now, how long does a typical mechanical automatic movement last without wearing it?
You know, it depends on the caliber and what you're talking about. You know, it's how long it'll run what's fully wound. With this variation, I think it's like a 36, 40 hour. It's power reserve is what it's called. That's how long the watch will run when it's fully wound. So it's not like something, you know, that you have to do every single day. So if if it's fully wound and you set this down at night, when you get up in the morning, you just put it back on, it should be fine.
You know, the feel of this is so substantial. It's something that you wouldn't expect in this price range. Not only are you getting the abalone with the diamond, it's the first ever Invicta timepiece to feature that combination. It also comes in that 3-slot glow-in-the-dark in the glow-in-the-dark case. So it's a really cool way for you to discover some of the more exotic options from Invicta. What do we have for comments? Do we have anyone who's
we have
on
John Parkus here. He was on the cruise last year. Hope he can make it again this year. How you doing, John? Kings of Cobra says, hello, Justin. Could you please tell me when the Bolt Magnum is coming back? That is a great question. It's coming back soon. I don't have an exact date just yet, but I know a lot of people have been waiting for that because it's been quite some time since we've seen that. So really good questions. A lot of people actually going on the cruise, which is fun. So go to invictacruise.com. It's going to be in late February. It was fun last year. It's going to be a blast this year too.
Yeah, that cruise.
Ooh, Mike. Actually, it's Mike. It says, I would like to see the Russian diver Ghost Bridge with liquid. Now, we have produced a few watches over the years with liquid inside the case. I'm not sure if that's possible. There are some high-end watch manufacturers that have done stuff like that. Keep in mind what we did is we actually put the liquid in 2 crystals that was kept separate from the movement. If you're talking about actually putting the liquid in the movement, that's a whole nother, I mean, we're talking 6 figures, something like that.
Ooh, well, don't hold your breath, it sounds like.
So next week we'll have that on a couple of value pays though.
Yeah, right, at least 6. Okay, so take a look at this timepiece. It's a Grand Diver 38 millimeter automatic movement, abalone and diamond in the 3-slot glow-in-the-dark dive case for only $128.07, and it is on value pay as well. So you can break it up into interest-free payments for only $21.35. Justin, kind of take us through some of the comments that we've got
so here's
going
what we're going to do. I'm not sure if you can link to this, if you can click on a link from uvine.com or not, but you can go to my Facebook page or Fatima's Facebook page. There's links that will take you to the YouTube live show where the comments are actually being done right now. So we got some really cool comments right now. They're talking about, hey, Fatima. Actually, I think they just love you, Fatima, if you just look right here. Bolt Magnum. Here we go. So he wants to do the Bolt Magnum. We were just talking about that, but I think he's talking about the Sniper was a variation that we produced with that tinted crystal, a color changing crystal. That's a great idea right there. Bob's going to be on the cruise again, so that should be fun. Everybody hopes to make the cruise. Will we see the Venom? This is from Peter in a mid-size. Yeah, it'll come back. It's just one of the more rare variations. We only see that a couple of times a year. Any SW500s coming, tons of SW500s coming, but over the course of the whole year. So you just have to sit tight in some of those collections, and we're going to be going back over to our main spot here and showcasing another item.
Hi, Maureen. Hi, Coffee Divify. I hope I said your handle right. Wow, take a look at this. This is going to be your awesome.
It's mirrored.
Yeah, it's like a copper penny, like the most shiny copper penny. This is a 3-slot dive case that your sub-aqua noma 6 Swiss quartz chronograph movement timepiece with the 3-slot comes in. Super bargain price of $308.94. You know what's really awesome about everything that we have in this show? It's all a customer favorite. That means that you've ordered it through Evine, you've written customer choice reviews, which put it up at the top of the list as your favorite piece. So this show is really dedicated to you guys.
Yes.
We have 3 different options here. There's a lot going on. This is a very serious build. And of course, you have a Swiss movement in here. So it's really cool. We have the gold tone, the gunmetal, or the silver tone. And you're going by case color here. So that's the gold tone. Here you have the gunmetal. That's got the white silicone strap. All of this awesome, almost like reptilian scale-like design is all 3-dimensional, done on the bezel and also on the strap. You have a lot of, I would say, a lot of custom features on this timepiece. $51.49 plus tax and shipping on an interest-free value pay. Justin, break this down because this is a collector piece.
Yeah, you know, this is another big style launched in Basel at the Basel Watch Fair. This is the latest and greatest, the sub-aqua Noma 6 design. That's insane when you start to look at the machining that's happening on this piece. You know, you already kind of described the bezel and how that's been done. But this all started with the sub-aqua Noma 1 design. We've built upon that DNA over the years to give you this just gorgeous look. So it's another custom re-engineered piece where we're going to have a custom crown and function pusher design that's completely re-engineered, patented design here as well. Over 36 micro-engineered components on this build. Also, you're going to notice the 6 station markers on the bezel. Keep in mind with the sub-aqua Noma 3, you could tell which execution you were getting on your wrist because of the number of station markers. So now you have 6, and it's actually done in this really cool pillar design that's mirror polished. So what's going on here is the section is machined out as we do the rest of this work. Those are set in place then, and keep in mind that's done with that super Luminova dot. All the lume on the watch is done with the super Luminova detail, and the same texture you're going to notice continues down the strap of the piece. Now, we were showing you a watch last hour that had kind of that redesign of the Grand Diver, that Swiss made variation, had the crown from this watch right here, the Sub 6. This is the iconic Sub 6. We've only ported that over one time. You're going to notice these cylinders and then a lid. As I start to unscrew the crown, you're going to notice the lid is actually picking up off of that one section. It's very complex on how this operates, but this is what people have come to love from that sub-aqua line.
It is so intricate. Every single millimeter of this piece, front to back, side to side, inside with that Swiss movement is custom done for you. So that's why this type of piece is such a collector piece. Here's the thing though, we have about 60 remaining in the gunmetal. Excuse me, this is going to be your gunmetal. That's with the white strap.
The white
if you
strap.
like the white strap, there's only 5 dozen. Now the one with the red accents, that's going to be your silver tone because we're going by the silver tone case. I have that backward. Silver tone case.
Okay. It's
I
case
promise,
color.
I'm
So the
getting
gray
it.
is the
Silver tone
gunmetal.
case.
Yeah.
So silver tone, we do have about 250 to go around. If you like the gunmetal, that's the gunmetal case that Justin's wearing with the red accents, 60. So when they're limited like this and they're so custom designed,
Yeah.
it really does take a long time to build them again. So it really is something that if you wanted to grab it, you'll wear it for the cruise.
Yep.
Justin, the cruise is so cool, and I didn't know
It
this,
is.
but right before you can get on this cruise, a 3-day cruise, for $89. That's a starting rate for an
Is that
interior
still
cabin.
available? Because you're going to have to go to
Yes.
Evine or to invictacruise.com and check out which cabins are still available because I know it's becoming extremely limited. In fact,
Do you think that one is sold out?
I don't know, maybe. I mean, because I remember like 2 weeks ago we were told that the cabins were over half sold out, and this was like 2 weeks ago. So I think
Oh,
it's
boy.
extremely limited right now.
Well, you can get a balcony for $129.
If they're still available. You really
Why do you
have to go.
be a Debbie Downer?
I'm just saying, I mean, the prices are insane. That's what you're talking about. They're
Yeah.
going very quickly. So you want to go to invictacruise.com. You can check out all the available options and stuff, but you want to book that now. You can think about it this way too. All the cool stuff you normally do on a cruise is there, but we're building upon that. We're actually doing, live shows on the ship. You can meet me, you can meet Ryan, you can meet all your favorite hosts. AL will be there, so you can get those signatures. We were signing pretty much dive cases the whole time. It was really fun. But all the events, and we're going to have even more
Would you
going on next year.
recommend that someone who's new to the cruise, who's not been, bring their favorite pieces?
Absolutely, because we actually have a time where you can display your pieces and everybody can talk about, everybody kind of shows off their collection and things like that. So even if you're new to collecting and new to Invicta, it's the perfect time to meet other people with similar interests.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I went on my first cruise in March and I had a great time. So if you've never been on a cruise, what a good chance, especially when you know that there's going to be a lot of Invicta fun happening, live broadcasting as well. So the item number on that one was 644921 for the sub-aqua Noma 6. Now the watch I've been wearing is all about doing good. Well, first of all, it is our #1 top-selling Lupa of all time with over 42,000 sold. And what it is a set. So you get a choice of case size, whether you want the baby Lupa on the left or the grand Lupa on the right. And then you can choose whether you want the heart in the center to be pink or blue. And then each one, no matter which option you choose, comes with 7 interchangeable genuine leather straps. Your super bargain price for all of that is $59 for the baby size or $62 for the large size. That's over 50% off. The biggest part of this, though, is right here. Peace and love. So Nancy Davis, she's somewhat of Hollywood royalty. Her family's been philanthropists for years. She was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And since she got her diagnosis years ago, she has been fighting the good fight. Her organization is called the Race to Erase MS. Her jewelry line is called Peace and Love. She sells that here too. But your purchase of this timepiece goes to support the Race to Erase MS. And here at Evine, we're really close to Nancy and her family. So we actually did, Nicole and Heather and Matthew, some of our top Evine personalities actually donated $30,000 to the Race to Erase MS. There's Nancy Davis. But Justin, I think above and beyond, you think, okay, I'm going to do something good. I want to do something good. You get an awesome watch.
Yeah, when you start looking at this too, I mean, it's a 7-piece strap set. So, I mean, you're getting into like $175 worth of just leather straps alone. And I know Nancy just thinks that's insane as well. All of her friends are getting into this set. In fact, last year it sold out so quickly, she didn't get the extras that she wanted to give as gifts and things like that. So it's the second year we're doing this. It's the first time that it's coming in the second color choice, which is the blue. It's the first time you can get into the larger variation, which is the baby, the first time around. But this is, you know, to benefit that foundation, the Race to Erase MS. So this is a timepiece for a cause. I just want to answer a couple more questions too.
But really quickly, Vincent says his wife has the Peace and Love Lupa and loves it. So,
yeah, I mean, this
Vincent
is a steal when you look at this price point of around $59 for this. Is just insane. And I know we're going to walk over to do more comments as well, but we're really kind of missing quite a bit. Some people are asking what I'm wearing on my wrist. We're actually going to show you a little sneak peek of that later in the show, but it's a brand new Pro Diver Combat Seal. There's 3 different variations. We'll talk about that. I know somebody was asking about abalone in an Akula. We've actually done that in the newest variation, completely sold out. Maybe there's a few left. You can go to evine.com and check that out as well. Here, John Parkus loves abalone. Bob's talking about the sub 6 that we just showed, which is insane. Very, very cool stuff. We're going to answer a few more questions over there too.
With the 7 interchangeable leather straps on this Peace and Love Lupa, can you do it yourself or do you have to take it to a jeweler?
Quick change pin design. You can do it yourself. There's really no instructions needed. You just pull the pin back. It's spring loaded. You swap those out, so you don't have to. You don't have to go to a jeweler, which costs you money. You don't have to spend your time. You don't have to, you don't have to, invest in tools, things like that. So we're going to read some more comments, and hopefully we'll be able to answer some of your questions. I got a little Evine comment here as well. Will be there a Generation 2 Russian diver Nautilus? That's a great question. I personally would love to see, and that's from D'Artez, I believe. I would love to see Generation 1 come back too, at least. Russian Diver Nautilus is with the cage that you could remove from the front and also had the mechanical case back. I haven't heard if we're doing a Generation 2, but follow me on Instagram, which is Being Zimmer, or on YouTube, Being Zimmer, or on Facebook, which is Justin Zimmer. I'll definitely let you know when that happens. Any new meteorites in the works? We do have meteorites in the works, and this is from Jerry, but it's very limited because we just don't have that much meteorite left. So whenever you see a meteorite coming up, you're going to have to get that in your collection very, very quickly. Popeye, eat your spinach.
That's right.
If you want to be first to the finish.
You may have watched Popeye as a kid, but this is no toy watch.
Yeah, no.
And that is actually a quote from a reviewer that helped make this a customer choice favorite timepiece. We do collaborate with Invicta and Disney to bring to you character timepieces, and then we've elaborated on that as well. We said we want everyone to play, so Popeye made the cut, right? You
Yep.
get a 3-slot custom designed dive case with your purchase. Either choice, the black or the silver tone. Each one features Popeye on the center. This is an automatic movement. It's on a bracelet. It's 47 millimeters, so I think, ladies, if you're a Popeye fan, there are no rules. You can wear Popeye as well. Justin, I love that his arms are the hands.
Isn't that cool? So that's, building upon the original character collection with the Disney line, where a lot of people wanted to see that Mickey Mouse watch with the hands that were the hands of the build. So now we've done that with the Popeye collection, and I love the Popeye collection. We originally saw Popeye in 1929, so that's really the same time as Disney as well with Mickey Mouse.
You saw Popeye in 1929?
Yeah, I'm aging pretty good. I have a time machine. I don't know if you know that.
I just wanted to know what skincare line you're using.
Well, Skin, of course. So you can go to evine.com right now and watch that. That's live.
That's right,
Right now
Dimitri.
on the network. So if you want to look like this for 90 years, results not typical, right? Whatever. You got to
He's
give
like
your
the
disclaimer.
Highlander. Do you remember
You gotta
that
give it-
show?
Yeah.
I love
Is that me? That's what I'm like.
Does Justin look exactly like the Highlander?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's good. It's all good. But so we have the hands that are moving. This guy, if he doesn't eat his spinach, he's working too much in the gym on his forearms, quite honestly. He needs to really get some muscles here. But, of course, everybody knows spinach, right? This is how he gets his power. What I love is how the unique ways he's always got to open the spinach cans, right? Because he's always, being held back by somebody, usually Bluto, something like that,
his
right?
arch rival.
He has to cut the can open with his pipe or something, and then he eats the spinach, which, by the way, kids, the reason why, I should say guys right now, the reason why you ate spinach back then was because of Popeye. He probably saved the spinach industry back in the 1930s as well. Because really, who wants to eat spinach, right? Well, if you want to be strong,
cool.
he did make it
made
cool.
it cool.
He made spinach definitely cool.
Spinach is in.
But you're going to notice you actually see the whole family. Like when I show the back of the case here, you're going to see, everybody from the comic strip there. So you're going to have Popeye, Olive Oil, Sweet Pea, Bluto, Wimpy, even Eugene the Jeep on that image as well. So it's really throwing it back to all of these characters. But this is that custom packaging as well. It's a 3-slot case, so it's a $50 value. But you start to get into these custom images. Remember with our Disney line where you had Mickey Mouse wearing that Invicta watch? He's doing that here as well, which, man, that has to size up to what? Like a 2-foot wrist? Is that what that is right there?
Popeye's gonna need
he had to get
extra
extra
links
links. He
in
had to
his
get extra
bracelet.
links to fit that on his
Well,
wrist.
of course he is custom.
But then on the inside, you have that extra piece of artwork too, where you have him then wearing the watch.
Oh,
This
let
is
me
how
show
it
you.
ships to your home.
Well, that's so cool. So it looks like he's wearing your timepiece. But underneath this, I'll show you right here. Don't think you get cheated out of a couple more slots.
No,
You
it's
get
a 3-slot.
full 3-slot dive case. If you like the silver tone, we do have fewer of those than the black. So the black is your other option there. A lot of comments, like reviews, when people were writing about this, talk about it being whimsical, fun. It's
Sure.
a reminder of your childhood.
Yeah.
If you work with kids, they love seeing something like this. If you just like to bring a smile to people's face, but you still want a timepiece that isn't a toy watch. What is the water resistance on this, Justin?
So this is, built to beyond true professional dive specs. It's 30 atmospheres, which means that's 1,000 feet. That base level to hit true professional dive status is a little bit over 600 feet. So when the crown is screwed down, safely in position, you can go scuba diving with this. It's not a problem whatsoever. I can show you how the hands operate then. This is one of the biggest things on this watch, is that the hands are moving on this build,
cool.
which is so fun. So this is how it's keeping time. You have your date over at the 3 o'clock position. And this is full variation of Grand Diver. You have the Grand Diver helmet logo at the 6 o'clock, at the 12 o'clock. It's machined. The Grand Diver helmet logo is machined into the crown. Grand Diver's machined on the side. You do have the upgraded mechanical automatic. I mean, everything to love about this build. And outside of the original character collection, which was launched with Disney, I think Popeye is the next most popular because they're just completely flying off the shelves. Maureen, we got a kind of a statement too where she loves abalone dials. They rock. You know what? I'm with you. I love abalone too. So we're doing a lot of watches like that.
Did you see that Jim commented that he's got the Popeye and his fiance has Mickey, Minnie, and Snoopy?
Nice.
You guys are a character family.
Oh wait, I got to back up. It says, okay, let's vote blue or red. What are we talking about there?
Oh, maybe that
red.
was.
Let's see.
You know what I bet that was?
Red is smoking. Oh, is it the sub 6? Is that what we were talking about? Maybe somebody can let me know. Or I can keep scrolling.
Maybe it's the timepiece that's coming up. We have that 53 millimeter carbon meteorite dial that's in blue or red. How did you know about that?
I'm going to vote too.
You should. All right,
Red.
Take a look at the item number. I want to tell you how to order too. So you can order online at evine.com. There's a link in the comments section. Also, you can call the 800 number at the bottom of your screen. It's 888-868-0765. Give them item number 643972 if you want that Popeye timepiece.
Cool.
That 6-digit number, though, is how you order if you're new to shopping Evine. We're glad that you're here. This is our YouTube show. It's where we kind of let loose a little, go crazy, and we interact with you. So we got a lot of great comments tonight, a lot of great fans watching. And we have an opportunity that we call a try me because the price is silly low. It's only $57.12 for 51 millimeter timepiece. It's the Pro Diver Master of the Ocean in 4 colors. And are you ready for this? Free shipping and handling. You didn't know that, did you?
I didn't.
I just
Could you see the surprise on my face?
For as much as your
YouTube
face
is where we can
gets
let loose.
surprised,
Or
but yeah.
for me, I can just be normal.
We're
no
going to
rules
order
here.
by the band color. So if you like this here at the top left, that's the black option. The band is really soft. It's a polyurethane strap. It's easy to wear when you're doing all kind of water sports or outdoor activities. Then we're going to move on down to the blue. Blue is most limited. Actually, that one is up here. Thanks, guys. Band color is blue. The dial is black. A lot of great trittonite on those hour markers and hands, which trittonite will help it glow for you. Then we have the yellow, which I love that. It's Invicta yellow, right? And then we also have the white, about 150 to go around in the white. This is a customer favorite, and I think what this timepiece really shows off, Justin, is how much bang that you get for the buck.
It's a huge bang for the buck. I mean, you know, with Try Me items, if you've never tried Invicta quality before, now's the time. You're not only getting into the premium materials like the premium stainless steel, the strap that's extremely comfortable, you're getting into really rare pieces that everybody would love to own. So Pro Diver, you can think about it this way. Keep in mind the Invicta brand is pushing 200 years in the watch industry. We relaunched this brand in 1991 with the iconic classic Pro Diver. This one is multiple generations down the road. So we've built upon that DNA into a larger build, which is a 50 millimeter timepiece. We've borrowed DNA from like the Cordoba, huge design. One of the first designs that was large in our collection, or the Russian Diver with that screw down canteen crown protection system. So it's going to be one of the most economical ways not only to get into Pro Diver, but with that really cool feature protecting that crown. It's also one of the very rare Master of the Oceans, the Pro Diver variation that you see here, that's built to true professional dive specifications.
It matches your shirt.
And it matches my shirt. Most importantly, it matches my shirt.
Well,
that's why.
But don't you think color is key, though?
Yes.
I mean, this is why you collect timepieces, so you can have that watch for the right occasion.
Isn't
if
that
you're
crazy?
that guy that you dress clean, right? You like to have your shoes, your socks, your timepiece all coordinate. Maybe you have a pocket square that coordinates. It's just a nice touch. And ladies, we notice, don't we? Yeah, we do.
You notice?
We
You notice
do.
those things?
We notice those
Check
little
that out.
things.
I mean, if you've always wanted to try a larger build, this is a great way to do that as well. Huge hour markers, lots of that trittonite material in there, so it glows very bright. And at $57, I get it. You're thinking, what did you take away? We've even upgraded that crystal to flame fusion, so this is the best way to get Invicta quality on your wrist.
And by shopping through Evine, we give you value pay. So you can take $9.52 in tax. And of course, shipping is free on this one, and we'll send it to you. You get it in about a week just with that first payment. So it's a really great way to shop. Well, that's found. If you're new to shopping Evine, that's a once only. So I'm going to do a little kind of breaking it down for you. Once only means
Well, what?
I know, right? The lowest price we're ever going to offer the timepiece on air or our YouTube channel. And this particular timepiece is 57% off. So we're doing a once only encore. We did air this on air at this price, and now we have made it available to you who are watching this show at 57% off. This is so exotic. This is a true collector piece, and the material that you see on the dial is true meteorite.
Beautiful.
How did you harvest this?
Well, with a lot of love and sunlight and water. And then when it was the right age, we just went ahead and we harvested. No, I mean, this watch is next level in everything. Dial, movement, case construction. I know we have some video with this. I'm not sure if we have it right now. This is a full carbon case. So what we've done is we've taken carbon fiber and we've layered the sheets and compressed it at an intense pressure, giving you a solid carbon case. Now, have carbon cases been done before? Sure, absolutely. You know, sometimes you can find them at the Basel Watch Show for 6 figures, by the way, but this is the first time where you're seeing an integration of color. So you're seeing what we've done is we've taken the carbon fiber sheets in black, in this case what you see on your screen red, alternating them to create this really cool design. Once we have this block of carbon, it's machined out into kind of a round design, and then it's further machined into the Man of War case design. That's what this is. So full carbon case, extremely expensive, extremely light. The dial then is meteorite. You're looking at a material that's, you know, is as old as the rock you're standing on now, Earth, 4.5 billion years. But its terrestrial age is like 220, 240 million years. That's when it hit this rock we call Earth. What we've done then is we've procured the material, sent it to our dial factory, sliced it up, put it in this gorgeous watch, and now you can own this piece of history as well. And since we're talking about history, very limited numbered limited editions. The blue, only 500 produced for the world.
By the way,
almost completely gone.
There are a dozen
pieces,
blue.
and that's it.
That is it. If you like the red, a little better luck there. But I'm telling you that these are so limited, and because they're numbered limited editions, we cannot keep bringing them back over and over again. For $79.17 in tax and shipping, you can get this sent home to you. That's a value pay. Your item number to order in, that's all Swiss made, is 643823. A couple of comments I wanted to. Well, there's a great question from Joe Christie. Says, hey, Justin, love the Disney watches.
Yeah.
When are they going to make the backwards running Goofy?
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
I know we've talked about that. So at some point, hopefully we will see that. From my understanding, it was a specialized movement that was utilized for that watch, and it's going to be either hard to get or it's retired. I don't remember the full story, but we'll look into that definitely. The next thing you're going to see is some Steamboat Willie executions. And I'll post some images of that on my social media pages, which I think is cool, really throwing it back. Another question we have is from George Sherman. He says, Justin, can we make a 100-slot case? Which, you know, we've done the 50-slot. Listen, anything can be done. Pretty much anything can be done. I should clarify that statement, but we'll see. And maybe the next time that I go over to the monitor, maybe we can do like some more like scrolling, so we can get a lot more questions there versus just the 2 or 3 on the screen. Is that possible? Is scrolling possible? It's kind of new technology.
We're not sitting in Justin's living room. There is a whole team of people.
I got a button on my computer. I press it, and it just kind of moves the screen. I don't know if you got that in the control room or not.
Oh, Justin.
Easy button.
You know, this is fun. We can let loose a little bit, but I want you to see what's on your screen because you're saving over half off the 52 millimeter Sea Monster. It's reserve level. It's Swiss made. It's $269.40 sale price. You can choose either blue or red. That may be what the voting was all about when people were voting.
I voted red.
Blue or red.
I didn't even know what I was voting on, but I voted red.
Red is so sporty. Are you the sporty guy? Like, do you like to drive fast and get on a lot of like?
Officially, no.
Okay.
Unofficially, every second that I get.
Of course.
Yes.
Well, here's the red for you, Justin. Here's your super sporty. This is Swiss made. It's an automatic movement. It debuted April of this year. And it's a customer choice favorite. Only $44.90 on a value pay. You can get this home. That means that you can split up that $269 sale price into monthly payments. I love that because they're interest free. So if you wanted to like put it on a credit card or something, don't use Evine and do the interest free value pays. Item number to order is 644122. You're looking at the blue version. And at the bottom of the screen, I love that we have this tight shot, you guys, because then you're seeing the Swiss made designation. Let me ask you, Justin.
Yeah.
We're going to talk open and candid. This is YouTube. We get you right.
Okay.
No personal
Yeah,
stuff.
we can do whatever we want here.
I know Justin gets
There's
a little
no
nervous
rules.
about that.
Yeah.
But why is the Swiss made designation harder and harder to come by and getting more expensive?
Well, I think I'll start with why people love Swiss made, and then we'll get into that. I mean, watch collectors love Swiss made. You know, for a lot of people, that's the gold standard. For some people, it's not. But if you want to get into Swiss made, this is going to be one of the most economical ways to do it. And I think what makes this even more special for collectors is that it's a Swiss made mechanical automatic as well. I know we get questions all the time, you know, where are the mechanical builds? We have tons, but typically the TMI, NH, you know, series and things like that, which is a Japanese mechanical automatic. This is what a lot of people look for. Now, why is it harder? Well, at the beginning of the year, things changed with the Swiss Federation, where before, and there's a lot of ins and outs, keep in mind, but before it was like a 50% of the value of the watch, including the movement. Movement was encased, you know, in the watch and things like that. Now it's 60%. Starting at the beginning of the year, and other things like technical aspect, technical developments, things like that. So you're basically getting into a more Swiss-made build. And this is what the Swiss Watch Federation did. I mean, they pushed for this to get into that. So for $269, you're getting into one of the most Swiss-made watches you'll put on your wrist for this price point.
Guess what? Dragon Keeper has the red Sea Monster. Ooh, tell us what you think about it. Do you love it?
Okay.
And
this is the red.
People are voting for blue.
I love
says
the blue
both.
too. I love both too. I mean, if you can get both of these home, this is the time. Because if you're just starting your collection, you want to get into some premium builds, for a little bit over $44 a month, you are achieving that. Keep in mind too, I mean, we can talk candidly about Swiss made. There's some very expensive watches out there that will say Swiss made, but you know there's still components that are made in the Far East. To get into like 100%, like if you hear somebody say this is a complete Swiss made watch, you're getting into watches that are extremely, extremely expensive, guys. You'd be surprised. Those watches that you're wearing right now that you think are all Swiss made have, you know, other components in there as well.
Yeah, well, Justin, he's going to break it down. He's going to give you the news that maybe you didn't want to hear, but we're keeping it real. We're going to move on to a 52 millimeter Aviator Voyage. This is a quartz movement. You have 4 different color executions. We're going to dive into that in just a second. But here's the big story. It comes with an 8-slot dive case. I know we had a request for 100 slot.
Okay.
Can't quite
that's
deliver
tomorrow.
that yet.
That'll be tomorrow.
But you get an 8-slot with this timepiece. It's the largest dive case that we offer with a timepiece order. And here's the next big story. It's only $78.94. If you wanted to get that case alone, it's over $70. So it's a big, big deal at this price. And the Aviator is a great, the build on the watch is very beefy, very bold.
Yep, it's a lot of watch.
It is. And also, if you add on additional orders, this might be a time that you want to stock up. Then I don't need that, Jeff, if you want to take it. Yeah, thanks. You get $5 off. So all additionals go down to $73.94. If you're looking to gift Invicta or you just like to add to your collection, great way to do it.
Cool.
Let's go through the 4 colors and then we'll talk some comments, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
We're going to go through starting left to right.
Blue, red.
Thank you. This is going by the colors on the actual bezel, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have a white silicone strap here. That's my favorite. It's very Americana. I love that one. Mm-hmm. Then we're going to move on to the blue silver tone.
Silver tone blue.
By the way, these two will come with the yellow 8-slot dive case.
Okay.
Thanks, Neil, for keeping us on track, because the next two colors are going to come with the black 8-slot dive case with yellow writing. So these two both come on a black silicone strap as well, either the silver tone black or the silver tone red, and that's done with a gold case. For the case on the timepiece, and then this is the 8-slot dive case that they come packaged to you in.
Cool.
630-632 is your item number to order. 2 ways to order. You can call the 800 number on the bottom of your screen. And right now, our call center reps are ready to help you out there. 888-868-0765, or you can click the link that are the links that are showing up in our YouTube show. Okay. Do we have some fun comments?
So real quick before we get to that, massive 52 millimeter build, looks great. I mean, if you're looking to get into like sub-aqua specialty, sub-aqua venom, here you can do that as far as case size goes for like $78, 15 millimeters thick, flame fusion crystal. This is another one of those what's going on kind of deals, because the case itself, the 8-slot case, is over a $73 value. $78 gets this home. Quality quartz movement. This is insane. Get this home, you'll fall in love with this build. Let's see.
Well, you know what? John
says, Justin's been working out. Check out those guns. Man, did you get your ticket? Did you get your ticket to the gun show? You see that?
Oh my goodness. Can I just walk that way and leave this guy?
Did you get that? Did you get That's it. I can no longer do a YouTube show, I've been told.
Justin's been excommunicated from the YouTube Invicta show.
Thanks, John. Let's see.
Wow.
What
John,
else?
you should not be instigating this.
Listen, I think they're scared of me being on the YouTube shows. Typically it is Ryan, so maybe this will be my one and only opportunity. We'll see.
Oh, JC.
We'll see.
You know, they did say that guns are banned on the premises on the sign outside, so you really
And
shouldn't
I
be
just
in here.
strolled right in with mine. You see that?
Oh, the 630-632, your item number there. By the way, that silver tone red is going to sell out first. Oh my goodness, this is my favorite timepiece. We've got 10 timepieces in our YouTube show. Everything's a customer choice. This is my favorite. It's all titanium, the case, the bracelet. For $153.32, I'm willing to bet if you don't have an Invicta, that's and maybe one of the TI series we've offered before, you probably don't have a titanium timepiece.
Yes.
It's one of the strongest, lightest material on the face of the planet. It's hard to work with. So when you see a case, bezel, bracelet, everything been machined out into titanium for you, you know that a lot went into it, a lot of engineering.
For sure.
We have 4 colors, and we're going to go by the dial color. This is your beige. I love it. It's very military inspired, that beige to me. I love that. And then we're going to move down because we also have the black. Remember, fewer than 50 in the black, though, so you've got to hurry on this one. Speaking of military, this is kind of an army green color. Very cool. And then we have the blue, which is more of a midnight or navy blue. Justin, I can't get over how lightweight this piece is. And it's an automatic movement.
I'm going to get in titanium. We just have some funny stuff. Adam here is mentioning Robert that says Jay-Z the Fluffy Bunny. If you don't know that reference, we were doing a show like a week ago, and a lady called in. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name, but it was an awesome call. And they asked, I think Allison asked like for a nickname for me, and she said, you know that fuzzy bunny that keeps going and going and going? I'm pretty sure she was talking about the Energizer Bunny, right? So now people call me the Fuzzy Bunny. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But then I think they asked Ryan, I was told this, that she called back in afterwards when Ryan was on, and he's Mr. Smooth. So I'm the Fuzzy Bunny, and Ryan is Mr. Smooth.
Ooh, ouch. That hurt.
I don't know how to feel about this. Let's get into titanium.
Let's get a new nickname for Justin. Meanwhile,
this is not, you should not ask that. You should not ask that, because now all we're going to see is weird comments about my nickname. 30 seconds left. Titanium, you're getting into a specialized material that's upgraded. Typically you see the premium stainless steel. This is like half the weight. It's more durable, but it's a great way to get into that upgraded material for this price point, which is insane.
And can I show one thing?
And it's an automatic.
It's an automatic movement. Guys, this is such an opportunity for $25.55 on an interest-free value pay. I'm willing to bet it's going to be tough to find something like this out on the marketplace in titanium. This is the green option. It's at olive or army green. If you know someone in the military, what a cool gift. They would be so overjoyed to get something like this just because it does have that inspiration. It's called the Pro Diver Military. We have that blue, the black, the green, and the beige. Mineral crystal on that to protect it as well. 638309.
Oh, I like it, Vincent. Maybe there should be a Jay-Z arm wrestling contest on the cruise. Who do you think? Should it be me and like Kurt? Me and Itor? These are two guys that are insane, by the way. Or maybe Wallow himself.
Yes. Oh my goodness, you and AL.
I would pay to see that.
Oh, now he's got.
Or maybe we could just do it like a big tournament, and we'll just see what happens. We'll throw Ryan in there too.
What if Jason Taylor came?
Oh,
then would you?
Good Lord, professional football player. I mean, I'll give it a try.
Jay-Z. You seem to have a lot of confidence.
Well, I'll give it a try just to say that I tried and lost. You know, it's just a good thing to have.
I mean, it kind of is cool to say I lost to Jason Taylor.
Yeah,
Who gets to say that?
Kind of.
Oh my word, what have we here?
Okay, so this is what I'm wearing on my wrist in the black variation right here. We're gonna have a silver tone with the blue, right? Then we're gonna have a gold tone with the black and iridescent in the black.
Boy.
This is the brand new Pro Diver Combat Seal. Now, if you remember the Ocean Voyage watch from the cruise last year, this is the same case. It was on a strap. We've done a Grand Pro Diver too, which is basically the same thing on a strap. This is the first time you're going to see this on the solid premium stainless steel case, 52 millimeter case size. But get this. Now it has screw down crown and function pushers, where before it was 20 atmospheres of water resistance. Now it's 50. That's right, over 1,600 feet of water resistance. It's this Monday night, 7:31, I believe, 9 p.m. East. I hope that's correct.
Actually,
is that not correct?
7:30, July 30th, whatever day that is.
Is it? Yeah. So it's Sunday night or is it Monday night? Maybe we should get some clarification on that. Oh, it says July 30th, 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Well, that must be right.
I can read the screen. Goody for me. Justin can.
Oh.
You know, you get
Let's
by
come up with a nickname for Fatima. How about that?
Justin gets by on his guns and his good looks.
Oh,
but
come on.
He can't tell numbers, though. That's
numbers. Dates, you mean? July 30th.
Well,
I was told the 31st, so.
I mean, well, with a face like this.
We'll see what, with a face like this.
He doesn't need to
Only
know
a mother could love.
Listen, do tune in. That's going to be an awesome launch, July 30th, 11 p.m. Eastern time. Never seen anything like this before. Justin, it's been so much fun.
Are we done?
I can't believe it's over.
Because I was told we could just do.
We should talk the cruise.
I was told we could just keep going like all night.
That would be fun. We can just chit-chat with you guys. I know we have a lot of people on right now.
So we're going to talk about the cruise, invictacruise.com. Just keep that web address handy, invictacruise.com. This is from last year. One of the most fun things, and you saw that, is before the show we had all the timepieces that were going to be airing pretty much throughout the day, and everybody could come through and try them on and talk to me or Ryan about the watches. And then, of course, we had the shows later on. But everybody on the ship was able to purchase them first. So a lot of the color options, the most kind of rare color options, actually sold out before airtime. So it's extremely, extremely fun. Here we had a contest where we threw dive cases into the pool. And just one of the dive cases had a watch in it. And if you got that dive case, of course, you got to keep the watch. You got to keep the dive cases as well. So there's a lot of like Invicta swag as well, like hats and t-shirts and all sorts. I actually wanted to get a hat, but there weren't any left. I didn't get a hat.
Justin.
I know, poor me.
You should have threatened him with your guns. Actually, there was one really good comment I wanted to mention before we go. Somebody mentioned, and I think this is brilliant, why don't we have an Invicta coffee table book with some highlights through the years of our top selling styles or most intricate styles?
That would be cool.
They love one. That would be awesome. Have some really great photography, maybe some kind of backgrounds, aviation backgrounds.
You got it. We should look into that.
Fun.
I like that.
Yeah. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in.
My first and only YouTube show. Thank you for joining me.
It will be online for the next 3 days.